You ready?
Let's go.
Welcome to the Black Dads Club. At the advice of our future lawyer, we need to let you know that everything said here is strictly opinions. It's important to do your own damn research. Any opinion stated is owned by the person who said it. To be clear, the Black Dads Club isn't responsible for the opinions of I Am Gavin B or Pastor Mike or any of their guests. Hey, we just need you to sit back and enjoy the show. Remember, it is all love.
What you got in trouble for?
Our future lawyer wrote, said, yo, you need to put a disclaimer out there.
Yeah, because China wanted it to be terrible, right? They didn't want it to be good. They don't even let their own citizens watch it.
Yeah.
But now that it's owned by Larry Ellison, it's being sanitized because they're trying to, produce narratives.
Absolutely. But I love it because it's super targeted. So I knew putting Charlotte on the cover, Charlotte in the beginning of it was going to take off. And it's running, but everybody is naming out the best locations and what they're known for. That's what's the cool part.
That's actually pretty cool then. Let me, God, am I logged into TikTok over there?
You need to see it, man. Because what people over there, so they told us about the one in Concord. Apparently one has a full-blown restaurant on the inside.
Really? Like a taco? I mean, I am not being offensive, by the way. I just love tacos. So please forgive me this early in the pod. I'm not being racist right now.
Ben just crashed his car.
What type of restaurant? I guess I should have asked.
I don't know. Oh, shout out to Zendaya and her man get married. Didn't they get married?
They got married a while ago.
And congratulations to him.
I need to log in. I'll get it after this. I do need to log in. I got logged out.
I'm gonna forward it to you right quick. And shout out to the white boys that know a black baddie and they lock them up quick.
They don't mess around.
No. Especially when that looks biracial, they go ahead and lock them up.
Hey man, I'm with it. I don't think she looks biracial. I think she actually is biracial.
Who, Zendaya? Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She look biracial to me.
Yeah.
She fine though.
She's like that everyday good looking that can then when she go get dressed, you be like, oh my God, I ain't know I had that. I ain't know I had all that over there.
That's your dad tip of the week. Get you a cool 5 or 6 that when she put that shit on, she at 8.
Yeah.
The ballers is still gonna try to holler at her, but she understands that, hey, when he sees a 9 and a 10 in the room, he gonna leave me alone. And then if he see me on a regular day, he ain't gonna know what it is. But yeah, she is definitely like a looker that when she put that stuff on,
yeah, she turns it all the way up.
Absolutely. And she talented. Yeah. And I like that they together in Spider-Man because I have to watch so much Spider-Man.
And she's dating a shorter man. I love that.
Oh.
I love that. Being that I'm only 5'8", I love that. I love when I see a taller woman. Now he's also rich. Like that plays a part.
Yeah, she richer.
I don't know if she richer than Spider-Man. Spider-Man might have this under control.
Well, Spider-Man, they always put them in slave contracts.
She might be richer now, but by the time he finished that contract, he might Robert Downey this thing.
Oh, and shout out. Look, Jonathan Majors is the greatest thing that ever happened to Robert Downey Jr.
Getting off drugs and alcohol is probably the best thing.
And then getting Iron Man.
Yeah,
but then they phase you out. And then Jonathan Majors, who's supposed to carry the next phase, get phased out. And then now they're bringing you back.
They bring back Majors back, right? Isn't he about to be Kang again?
No, I don't think they're bringing him back. They bringing back Robert Downey Jr. though.
They didn't bring. He's a really good actor, Jonathan Majors. Even though I disagree, when he did that whole flowers and whatever BS, that was mad at that. Yeah, but I knew he was pandering. So, but as an actor though, the guy's an amazing actor.
The places that this pod has been, you know what I'm saying, as far as flowers. What's another great argument?
We done had some. We did the Mama's Boy. We was in a knockout, drag out argument about that one. That's y'all might not. Y'all probably wasn't around for that one.
That might have been the one that Ed called us and was like, "Y'all good?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "This is how I argue with this man every day."
Yeah. So
it does bother me when people see me argue with you, my other boys in person. They think like it's a problem. I'm like, y'all don't know how I talk to them in text messages. It's like, and it's like I respect you enough because you're the elder statesman. I got to stop calling you old on this pod. Because you're older.
I'm old. I like being out. As I told somebody the other day, I'm a couple years away from rental car discounts.
Absolutely.
So it is what it is.
And I was like, if you ever was like, yo, relax, I know what that relax means.
Yeah, I definitely.
So I respect that. Oh, also, speaking of, You're at a certain age. Think about the last time you saw somebody getting their ass whooped. Think about the story I told you offline.
Yeah.
Because that's where I told the story to somebody else, and they was like, yo, think about the last times that you know, or that you've seen or know the last time you seen somebody get jumped.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen a fight in probably 2 decades.
And that's why I don't believe bruh's story. I can't think of the last person I know who said, hey, I was involved in a fight or I got jumped. Yeah. And I can't remember the last one I saw.
I haven't seen a fight in 2 decades, man.
Y'all gotta stop lying and saying y'all got jumped.
Yeah.
That's all.
You got beat up. You did something. You did something to somebody.
Well, you know what's open after 12.
And security can't wait.
Oh my God.
They can't wait to get in a fight.
My brother-in-law security, and I told him, I was like, bro, you need to find a new profession. I said, because y'all are literally ready. Y'all go to work waiting to put your hands on somebody.
Yeah, because for one, even if you losing, you got help coming.
Facts. And then on top, but more, I was on TikTok and the security guard slammed a boy. And the boy said, I will be right back. Ugh. And I remember the girl who was filming it, her friend was like, girl, let's go. She was like, hold on, he coming back. And I'm like,
this got to be the new generation. They don't even know what that means. I'll be right back. It's time for everybody to go.
Everybody go. I remember we was in Columbia. I was at a gym. I was with Ez and your sister. And I was with, did I bring Karina? I know I had a shorty with me. I might have had Karina. And the dude, he got his shit rocked in the gym. Like, not a fight. It was a foul. He didn't like it. Then he tried to get bold. And then, some pushing. And then he was like, I'll be right back. And all of us went straight to the car.
Yep.
And I was just like, let's go.
Yeah, time to go.
And then, that's when Ez did his big brother thing and he started fussing. You know who he's fussing at. Hold on, I'm trying to find y'all. Charlotte, I want to let y'all know. First of all, I got an announcement to make later about something. We have a guy who needs us to read something. There's a missing girl. And her cell phone was last pinged in Charlotte. So I do want to give an update on that. But before then, nothing is worse than when your baby speaks and disappoints you. And this ain't my baby, but if I didn't have my baby.
Your pod baby.
My girl whooped my ass.
Okay.
And that I've been able to achieve. I thought that would be attractive. And in meeting men and dating a lot of successful men, none of them would ever talk about how exciting it is that I've invested in properties or would ever even want to come to see my house. All my accomplishments were minimized. Just realizing, wow, I think it deters them.
Yeah. It does.
It intimidates them.
I agree with that because I used to feel that way too. Like I used to think, he gonna care that I got my degree. He gonna care that I'm successful. He gonna care that I got my own shit. I pay my own bills. No, men do not care about that. I always say, just get rid of your shit because they like girls without it.
It's so crazy because it really is hard to find a man that can just really support you and be happy and be like, look at my girl. Like, you think that everybody wants to praise Jay-Z and Beyonce, but a lot of y'all could not be Jay-Z sitting there in the crowd cheering for her like that. They can't. And Jay-Z be like this.
Yeah,
happy as hell. And y'all be praising, but y'all not Beyonce. Okay, but you not Jay-Z either.
Ooh. Exactly.
Lex, you too fine to be lying. You too fine to just be saying this bullshit out your mouth.
Man, I don't know why this gender war has our community in a chokehold. And it's not just our community. I think I said something with white people like last week to somebody. I can't remember who.
Shout out to the whites.
Yeah, they get into it too. But it's just, I mean, first off, all the language.
Let's start with Ari first.
Okay, right.
I have these accomplishments. He don't want to see it.
What did you
minimize
say?
it.
Minimize it. Yeah. Intimidate it.
Yes.
Doesn't care.
How do you feel about Ari?
I think that she's an accomplished individual, right?
Mm-hmm.
But everything that she has, right? What's the blessing that she's bringing into a man's life? You see what I'm saying? Like if you have, you know what I'm saying? Like if you have it and it doesn't benefit me in any type of way, I can't really acknowledge it, right?
Absolutely.
Like it's not a Ferrari that I have on the showroom floor, right? Like you don't own, no one owns that Ferrari, right? It's just a beautiful car on the showroom floor, right? In order for somebody to benefit from it, they would have to drive it. They would have to take it off the showroom floor and enjoy it. And I think sometimes women take all their accomplishments and they put it in a glass casing and what? I see it. Nice. What can I add to that? Like, how are you going to add to my life?
Absolutely. And plus, as a man, most men don't like going to girls' cribs.
And for a myriad of reasons, right? One, sometimes y'all not as single as y'all pretend y'all are.
Sometimes y'all dirty.
Sometimes that, yeah.
Imagine think about all the women, because Mike has had a bunch of women. Let me just throw a lot.
See, you know, in my younger days, right? I'm an old man now.
How many? You don't need to do the percentage. The percentage. Men have a low percentage of how many women they believe are dirty. That number, when they go to all the women houses, they be like, damn, you live like this? You go in her room, her bed ain't as nice as it is.
And honestly, we ignore it, if we're being honest, right?
Yeah, because the box be fire.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I'm not moving in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't really...
Dishes everywhere.
I don't really care. I'm not moving in here.
Some nigga sweatshirt in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, it's that. So that happens. I don't like this lie because I'm not intimidated. I do not care.
There is not a woman on the planet that has ever had a man tell them, you intimidate me. I don't even know why they say it. In the history of cover, I've asked this question to a group of women and be like, hey, tell me the last time a man looked you in your face and said, you intimidate me.
Never.
It has never occurred. So again, it's this ideal. Look, I like when women have their things together. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, that means that I don't have to worry about you begging.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? In the first 48 hours.
Facts.
You know, so it's like, I do appreciate when you have your life together, but it doesn't benefit. And the crazy thing is, the opposite is not true, right? If I as a man have it, it immediately benefits a woman. Mm-hmm. Whether it's the first date that we go on, whether it's me showing up with flowers, whether it's me ordering an Uber for, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. Because, you know, the more you have, the more you do.
To-go boxes at dinner for her kids?
Yeah, no.
Y'all should see what type of time I'm on today.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just whatever, right? If she wants lunch, you sending it. And like, what's kind of I guess, ruined that is the using and the abusing and the begging, right? But when men were dating, right? It's funny enough, I was talking to one of my homeboys from back in the day, and I was like, I said, when I was younger, and this right here, I was like, dating is different now, right? And it's different because it's a different time, right? The 2020s versus the early 2000s. And I'm in my late 40s now versus being in my 20s. Mm-hmm. But I was like, my first girlfriend, right? Mm-hmm. First girlfriend I had, first official girlfriend, right? Well, you know, we could have lived together if we wanted to. Mm-hmm. I said I was 22 and I think she was 20, right? Or I was 21, she was 19. We met. I was a sophomore, she was a freshman, and then we ended up like splitting. Then we ended up getting back together. So we both was in Charlotte, right? And I was like, bro, I said, when this young lady was 18, 19 years old, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm 19, 20 years old. She would come to my apartment and make full Sunday dinner, right? And I was like, you would almost have to get in a fight right now to have that expectation of a woman, right? But I'm like, there's a generation of women that existed that when they come to your house, like, yo, you grab the groceries, you put it on the counter,
facts.
You go play. Was that PlayStation 1 back then or PlayStation 2?
It was probably 3. 20 years ago?
I think it was PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay.
Right? And I'm like, yo, you go play PlayStation 2, she's in the kitchen. And it's like, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't like, this is what, it was kind of like how she showed that you cared.
Yeah. Mike, that's definitely PS3. We're on the 5 now, so you got 3, 4, and 5.
I can't remember when the first one came. No, that was PS2, early 2000s.
Somebody Google that for us. Maybe. You
Yeah,
might be
1999. Right. I think that was PS2.
All right, so let's go to my girl Drea. You should get rid of your shit because they don't need it anyway. Look, my biggest thing about that is, if we being honest, that's because women like Drea, Ari, and Lex are looking at men who are super uber successful and resourceful.
Yeah.
That, hey, they don't need that from you.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a property, cool, bet. Going back to what you just said. Hey, you got a degree, cool. What that do for me?
Yeah.
Hey, you got a couple of cars, great. You can only drive one. I don't need to drive it. So that was super interesting to me. And then you get to Lex with this whole thing. And Lex, I was just disappointed because, and let me tell you why I'm disappointed. Not because of what you said, because y'all chopped this up to get what y'all get.
Yeah, to go viral, right?
And so you get here and you're saying, hey, you know, some of y'all can't be Jay-Z. If my girl's the number one artist in the world, I'm pretty sure it's easy to do that. Especially when I'm worth $3 billion and I'm the number one rapper in the world and I'm doing everything else in this world. Like, music ain't that. We look at Beyonce. Beyonce is one of one. Jay-Z is also one of one. It's not hard for people that's one of ones to look at their one on one and go, I'm super.
No, and nobody not date successful women, right? Nobody looks at a successful woman. I have a funny story. One of my really, really good friends, like probably my best female friend.
Okay, shout out to her.
She's married, right? No, this is a friend, right? This is when y'all be having these conversations. Can men be friends with women? I laugh, right? I've known her. Matter of fact, we was talking the other day, and we was like, yo, we've known each other 25 years. Like we've known each other actually now longer than we've been alive, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, anyway, she was having a hard time having a baby, right? So she had to go to a fertility specialist, right?
Okay.
She was going to like the best fertility specialist in the Southeast. Yeah. Great, 'cause husband works in tech, super great insurance.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so she goes there. She's like, yo, she was like, my I forgot what they called them, right? I don't think it's a gynecologist, whatever it is, right? She's like, my fertility specialist. She was like, oh, she was really, really cute. She was like, you would love her. She was like, she's your size.
Thin.
Yeah, you know, she the size you want, really, really smart. Cause like my friends though, I love very intelligent women. Okay. She was like, man, you would love to go out with her, but she was like, she's out of your league though. She's like one of the best in the world. Oh. Right. And I was just like, and then she gives me her name. And it's a very unique name.
Okay.
And then I was like, such and such, such and such. And she was like, what? I'm like, yeah, we went out.
See?
And but then her husband hears it. He was like, wait, so you telling me that this very intelligent woman went out with Mike? He was like, we might need to find another person because he's like, she obviously not that smart. But anyway, right? It was a joke with it. Everybody was laughing at, but it was just like, yo, men don't really care how this is a super accomplished woman, right?
Absolutely.
Like education is way beyond mine. She's went to the top medical schools in the world, right? Yeah. And it's like, no, it doesn't bother us that you're bright or brilliant or intelligent. Like we had a great time. We went on a couple of dates, but she was ready to get married and I was coming out of a divorce. And like even in like retrospect, I was just like, I shouldn't have been going out. Yeah, because I was like, I shouldn't. Like after divorce, like I should have took 2 years off. I really should have.
Look, you know what it is. You will meet a girl who's super successful, super smart, and sometimes she rock with you because all that other stuff, all the class, all the medals, everything you have, don't matter to her either. It's like, hey, I need this from you. Yep. This is the type of man I need to be successful, to be better. Yeah. And that's kind of the reverse of what we trying to tell the girls. But shout out to Poor Minds. I can't wait till y'all come to Charlotte. If you need some guys on that stage.
Let's open up for you.
That part, I want to come on stage. I want to ask some questions. Look, or you know what? Hey, I need somebody right now. Ben, you said you want to be my life manager. I'm putting you on task. Kamina, please reach out to Ben so y'all can double team this. Get them in the studio. They coming to Charlotte. We know when they come to Charlotte. Get them in the studio because I feel like I know what podcast they will go on. And
in Charlotte? Mm-hmm. Who? There's nobody better than us in Charlotte.
That is true. But the girls' podcast that we went on.
Oh, okay. All right. That would make sense. That would make sense.
It would make total sense.
All right, that would make sense.
And they popping. They way more popping than us. But they barely record in Charlotte. Shout out to Tam. Hit me up.
That wasn't a diss on them. It's just that we clearly have the best podcast in Charlotte, if not the Carolinas.
Thank you. And shout out to them too. All right, let's get this pod started. Hold on. Let's hit the button work today. Shit. There we go.
I'm Pastor Mike Will. Now that's intro is 20 minutes in.
Oh, always. Black Dad's Club. What the hell is the point of this podcast? Let's do it like that.
If you are a black male and you're in a jam, hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I got to push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun. Now let's begin. Y'all want to welcome everybody to episode 222 of the Black Dads Club podcast. That is Pastor Mike Will. I am Gavin B. I want to welcome you in. Please make sure you check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, and Patreon. Sign up today. You will probably see a reel today or tomorrow, but on June 13th, starting at 4 p.m., we will be doing the free headshots for our Patreon listeners. All you got to do is go to Patreon, click sign up for a tier, and then you will have access to the link, the flyer, everything to sign up. It will be there from 4 to 6. I'm trying to convince Mike. We got to see if he got his kid that week. That maybe that in the afternoon we can all just meet uptown and go somewhere and hang out.
Yeah, we can still. My son's actually today. Now I can leave him at home for a few hours by himself.
So we could do that.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be cool. Also, I will say this. So the slots, what'll happen is you'll come in for a slot. You come in, we do your headshots. You'll get a gallery later where you can pick out the edits that you want. I will edit it. Now, you're going to look and say, Gavin, these slots are 5 minutes. if you know what I could do in 5 minutes, you would sign up.
It sound like we need a testimonial from your wife.
Yes, that part. But also with photography, in 5 minutes, I could do a lot as well. So don't look at it and say, hey, I'm only going to get a few pictures. No, you're probably going to walk out of there with like 50-something pictures that you're going to walk out with too many pictures just to be selected.
Gavin is a professional photographer.
Absolutely. So please feel free. Also, I'm telling everybody, if you want to come early just to rock it, just to rock with us, grab a drink, just hang out with us. We're going to be sitting around talking trash. So if you want to come and just rock with us, please feel free to stop in early there.
Definitely going to be a good time. Definitely a good time to connect with our Charlotte Patreon subscribers for sure.
Absolutely. And if you are a founding member, you actually get to bring somebody with you, which is super dope because you do get free. You get an extra free ticket to this event. And you get priority on what slot you want.
And also join soon because we do have our anniversary that's going to be coming up at the end of summer.
Facts.
And it's going to be better than last year. And
Facts.
you will have access to this event. So details coming soon on that. We did confirm with some help in Charlotte for the event that we want to put on. So subscribe. And that event is probably, because our anniversary is what, July?
Roman was born in August, so.
August, so yeah, okay. So it'll be August. It'll be August. I know it's summer. I know it was hot. Super,
boy, what?
Yeah, I know it was hot.
So, and then we was at that small ass studio on the second floor and we ain't had no air.
Yeah. I remember it was hot. So
me and Mike have come a long way. Y'all don't understand. We used to record on the second floor with one side was a window and we didn't have no air. Then they put an air conditioner in there, so it was freezing all the time. And then we went to the hood where crackheads used to walk in our studio. Real talk, we're not making this up.
Yeah,
crackheads and prostitutes.
Definitely New Amsterdam for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then now we're
it still
here.
Is, even though they're actually gentrifying it. Like that whole area now is being built up. Speaking of gentrifying, not to just hop everywhere. So I saw a TikTok, right? And this is just a gripe, right? I saw this TikTok where they were saying that it was like a white lady pushing a stroller. And like it was like in the hood in LA though, right? Okay. And they were taking a video. They were just like, yo, this lady is out walking her kid down the street. Because, they done bought a home and redid it in the hood in LA. And like, I don't know, most people know this. LA's only like 6% black people anyway. Yeah. And one of the things that I said, right, when it was posted, I was like, how can black people move into your neighborhood when they got to worry about colors and hats? Who else is going to move in your neighborhood? Of course it's going to be non-black people that move in your neighborhood because you're not bothering white people about colors and hats. You're not bothering Latinos about colors and hats. You're not bothering, somewhat. You're not bothering, but you're not bothering, Southeast Asians about colors and hats. It's only your own people. Mm-hmm. So it's like low key, y'all have gentrified the neighborhood yourself because black people can't move there.
Yeah, that is facts. In Sugar Creek, I want y'all to burn Reagan Drive. The whole thing got to go.
They get gentrified. They're coming up the street. I saw what they built out there. Yeah. They are coming up the street.
But they got to leave Hidden Valley, the neighborhood. It's a black neighborhood. I mean, and it's going to be one of the few left because once you expand 77 to add another toll lane, you're going to kill all those black neighborhoods right there.
Yeah, you're going to kill those. But, I mean, bro, they're not going to leave Hidden Valley. You know that as soon as the first house get in there
it's over.
And renovated, it's done. Like I said, they're coming up that street now.
Shout out, prayers to the Anderson family. One of our listeners actually sent us your story. They're looking for their 17-year-old daughter from South Carolina, but her phone pinged in Charlotte. Please look on Facebook, look up Krista Marie Anderson, and you'll see more information on who to contact. And super sad, man. Her father posted it, a black father. Yeah. He asking for help, and I couldn't imagine, you know what I'm saying? And, I don't know the situation was going on, and I don't never want to speculate because somebody's looking for their daughter, but you never know what somebody's going through.
Yeah.
And what the help, you know what I'm saying? No matter if she has an issue going on or somebody, long as she gets back home, then they can help and fix things. Yes. Sidebar, this story really got me thinking about, so I'm watching Dirty Rotten Scandals on it's on YouTube TV. E Network is doing it. And they were talking about Dr. Phil. And I really felt, they was doing a whole Dr. Phil thing and talking about like how he was mean, he was rude and, whatever. But I really felt it was a black family at the end and their son ran away. And I was thinking about that with this. Not because that's what happened to her, but it was just, it made me feel for that family on the Dr. Phil show. And they didn't know that their son was bipolar. And if y'all ever get a chance to see what the Dr. Phil network did with this family, it was disgusting. Like basically Dr. Phil promised to put their kid in a recovery center, and the recovery center kept kicking the boy out, blaming it on him being bipolar, even though that's what they specialize
do, right?
in. And then the mom finally asked, like, he ain't paying for it like he said he was.
Oh,
and
wow.
she just left it at that. And it just made me feel for her. And to see, look, I work in production beyond this, as far as being a photographer. I know some of y'all rent out places to have y'all, when they want to host somebody, they have them go to they get an Airbnb, they get whatever. Yeah. But this family looked well put together. The father was well spoken, the mom was well spoken. And it just hurt right there. I got to finish the second part of the Price is Right one. I haven't got to Bruh Was Racist. I just got to him sleeping with his employees.
I mean, bro, what game? I think you have to be a scoundrel to be a game show host. I think that's kind of like in the because it always like it's always just they're such nice guys, but then like all of them have a backstory, like every single one of them. So I mean, I think the only one that didn't maybe is Alex Trebek, and we just don't know yet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's almost like a given, to run a game show. Well, you kind of got to be
that part.
Crazy.
But for me, I'm not even. Y'all got to stop showing me old white people that was born in the 50s, and then the big reveal is they racist.
Yeah, I know, right? 40s, 30s.
Yeah, like, but then the big reveal is like, could you believe he was racist?
I kind of would assume. Like, if you gun to my head, Bob Barker, you think he's racist? I think even at 14, I would have been like, probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Like, he was 18 before the Civil Rights Act was passed. So I'm like, I'm not really going to look at him and
we got a photo of Jerry Jones in Arkansas. Like, so we have an actual photo. Now, to his credit, he's not doing anything in the photo, right?
Yeah, he's not.
But he's in the photo.
Yeah, so for me, I get to these points where I'm like, when y'all show me old white men, I don't look at them and go, dang, I'm shocked. I'm like, if anything, at minimum, at bare minimum, they were raised by people that lived, survived, and benefited from segregation.
I don't understand why, even as a producer, you would just not go up to the black people and be like, hey, don't hug him.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not you ain't got to be like, yo, we think he racist. We're not sure, but he always run from black people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you just be like, hey, like as a producer, because that's your job. Like, hey, he don't like being touched.
Yeah.
If he don't touch you, don't touch him. Which would be totally fair, by the way.
Maybe, but he kissing some of the other contestants.
If he don't touch you, you don't touch
That's
him.
fair. Because Oprah thing was she didn't hug allegedly. From what I picked up and I told y'all what my uncle told me about Oprah. The thing was, and I remember my mom said it, she was like, notice when Oprah don't talk to celebrities.
Yeah.
She not hugging them all up in their face, whatever. Also, on the Dirty Rotten scandal, I did watch, just because I just love it, I did watch the one on America's Next Top Model. Nothing new there to see. However, there's a sister on there. She looks like, what's her name? Jamel Hill? Mm-hmm. She looks like her. It's not her. Mm-hmm. She really don't like Tyra Banks. She called Tyra Banks a pimp, pretty much.
I mean, but isn't that every fashion house? Like, isn't that like the known thing that no one really talks about? Like, if you work for a modeling agency, like it's almost like you're going to double as a madam.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not pimping them out, but you. If
you're a madam, that's exactly a madam is a female pimp.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I know what a madam is. I'm talking about fashion houses. And America's Next Top Model wasn't pimping out girls.
I'm not saying that they pimp, but I'm saying that. Yeah. But that's sort of the industry, right? It's always been the ideal, like, yo, bro,
we selling sex.
How do you? I can't even say that. That's never going to play well in the future.
I see it in your head. I'm like, nope, we don't have to. Certain things we're gonna talk about Ivy later.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, if you know what I'm saying, if you are a older woman that have access to a bunch of rich men, right? Mm-hmm. Because most of the people that run fashion houses was former models, right? Yeah. So they have access to a bunch of rich men that are their age or older. Yeah. And then they have access to a ton of beautiful women. There's going to be introductions that's made.
Yeah. Well, I think going back to America's Top Model, there was no connections ever made. But the pimp aspect of it that the young lady was trying to say is like, hey, these girls signed away every right that they had before they went on the show. And Tyra spent the next 2 decades making money off their photo shoots, off their face, off that. And a lot of the girls, I think only 2 girls said they ever worked in the modeling industry after the show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of girls was like, hey, they assigned you, and then they'll get there and be like, nah, we saw your episode on America's Next Top Model. Funny thing, this is so sad, this is so disgusting. 2 things that happened. They signed, so they talked about how they always had a full-time, they had people, you know, before you come on the show, we do a deep background check, we check your mental state, and they had a psychiatrist on there, a psychologist on there, whatever, they doing their whole thing, and one of the things was, hey, find a girl. It was a black girl who's on the show, and Janice Dickinson alluded to it. Like, Tyra's thing was, hey, when it comes to the black girls, fine, they have to be from middle class to lower class, and they have to struggle with something. And like every other girl just had to struggle for something. They didn't care if you came, but then they really focused on that. So 2 things happened. There was one young lady. This was the only season out of the 24 seasons that they didn't use a makeup brand as the contract you get. They used they had a Pantene, the hair care. Why did they cast a girl who had alopecia? And they made her take her wig off on the show.
Wow.
It was the most nasty thing. And she was tough. She was fine.
Wow.
Now, I will want to tell that girl, hey, I know it was disgusting how they did that. And they shaved her head on the show. And she said, I never had, but they laid pretty much like, if you don't shave it, you got to go home. You was tough with your haircut. Fine. She was tough. That was one thing. Then they had one girl. She comes on the show. They cut her, whatever. So then, I know y'all heard that. These niggas racing down the street. So shout out to our haters driving by trying to see what's going on. But then they had this one girl. She got eliminated in like season 7. They bring her back for the All-Stars at the very end, and she wins. They find out before she ever was on America's Next Top Model, she was trafficked and she was pimped out, and she was in a bad way, and she, you know, whatever. They found that out and didn't let her win. And then they gave it to another white girl on the show. So the white girl who won was like, yo, I get back home. Because she was like, they never told us what happened.
Yeah.
She was like, I get back home and all my comments was like, how you didn't win not one competition, the black girl did, and you won. And she was like, I don't know. And the black girl now speaks about it. But I love that black woman because, one, you find 2.
Yeah, but she won the competition. I know she was tough.
Yeah, she tough.
Yeah.
And she was so New York. She was tall and thick.
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm into.
Yeah, that's your thing.
That's my bag right there.
Yeah.
But she's a news reporter now.
Oh, nice.
And so it was super cool to be like, hey, everything turned out well for her. The one black girl, she teaches modeling and everything. So it was super cool. Nothing really new there to see, just more stories, more recounts of how Tyra was just a piece of shit. But it's on brand. I never looked at Tyra Banks. Oh, they really dove into how Tyra Banks and Naomi Campbell never liked each other. That's the point of the story where I'm like, y'all should have dove into that more.
Why? Like, what's the brief version of why they don't like each other?
Because back there in the day, it could only be one black model. And when it came to supermodels, like Naomi Campbell was basically like, I do this. I was here before you. I do this. And here's the new hot black girl. And you still, I'm in Michael Jackson videos. I'm doing this. You with Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
And then, Tyra's like, hey,
Who is the top black supermodel now? Is there one?
I shouldn't say that. For the future, that won't work out for my business. Well, I don't really hire I think modeling's done. You don't need supermodels no more. And I feel bad to say that. And it feels, because now, like, the baddie girl online, like, you know what I'm saying? Probably the number one now is, what's our girl? She has Vinilago. She tough.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Her name Willow?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, like, she's amazing, right? I really don't know, but I think like modeling, now you can be a fine girl with pretty skin and just bad and have a good following, and then Victoria's Secret call you.
Yeah, you're going to get signed. I actually saw that happen. They was like my Discover page years ago. End up following this young lady.
Yeah.
And she tough. Like, oh my God, she tough. Bro, she got like 500,000 followers now. She signed to a modeling agency.
Yeah.
Like, and it was literally just from her Instagram.
Yeah, it's not tough to do. It's, now the talent is, we don't have to bring you in to see if you can walk. Because now the talent is, hey, what does success looks like? I'm asking you, but like, what does success look like to us that's a model, right?
Yeah.
Is it that, hey, I got a bunch of followers and I'm getting brand deals? Or is it that, hey, because I know a girl right now, her job 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, she goes to the Belk warehouse and try on clothes every day and just take pictures for Belk. But she works. That's her job, right? But there's another girl who's like, hey, I do modeling on the side. I know a model right now. She tough in Charlotte. Damn, shouldn't have said that. She work at Hooters.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She show it every day.
I mean, look, man, Hooters used to be the jump off spot.
No, it was never. If it ain't the one on P Street that Drake was rapping about, it's not.
No, it wasn't every Hooters, but it was select Hooters that I haven't been to Hooters in like 10 years. But I do remember, because I mean, dude, they start overcharging for their wings.
Yeah.
So Hooters, okay, now we're gonna talk about food real quick. If you get the breaded plain at Hooters back in the day and they come right out, and as soon as they finish frying, them things were good.
The Daytona wings was good.
But like if you just like, hey, I want breaded, like just make like fried chicken wings, bro. They used to be banging. Going in on the football Sunday, bro, eating them wings. They used to be banging. Then Hooters start overcharging for. I think it's like $25 now for wings. I'm not paying $25 for wings.
Not from the Hooter wings.
But with that being said, what I was saying,
girls ain't got titties.
Some of the Hooters was tough. Like back in the day, I made some friends from the Hooters.
Shout out to y'all who was light sugaring. Let's go back to last podcast. You know that's the jump off to sugaring, to escorting, to real estate, to joining the church.
Hey man, I'm for it all, man.
Me too.
I
redeem yourself.
Yeah, redeem yourself.
So last week we was talking about. Now we can actually officially start the pod. Last week we were talking about Stephen A, Cam, Jason Whitlock, and I've learned more. But I want you to dive in. I guess Jason Whitlock went on to Cam show and he kicked Stephen A back in.
Yeah, so he originally went there because I think when I look back and I see what Cam was saying, Cam was like, yo, Whitlock has said things about me. This is the opportunity for him and I to have a conversation about what he thinks about me, right? Which Cam loves talking about himself, so I can understand that, right? As a matter of fact, what didn't Angela Simmons say they went out? She was like, he spent the whole time laughing at his own jokes.
Absolutely.
Which is, I think is totally on brand for Cam. I do not think she's making any of that story.
Not at all.
At all, right? So I do believe Cam brought Whitlock on so they could talk about him. Like him as in Cam.
Yes.
Now, I think the whole Stephen A. Smith, in retrospect, I think that just shows how much Whitlock doesn't like Stephen A. Smith.
And how smart Whitlock is, because he know like, oh, I can get this off.
I can get this off right now. So I do think that, I don't think Cam brought him on to talk about Stephen A. Smith. No. And I think that's the point that everybody's missing, right? They're like, Cam, how could you bring on Whitlock to talk about, like, you know what I'm saying? Stephen A. Smith had helped you. How you gonna bring on, I guess, his, what is it, arch rival?
Yeah.
His nemesis?
Yeah.
How are you gonna bring in his nemesis to discuss him? And I gotta give Cam credit. I don't think that's what Cam did. I think Cam wanted to talk about Cam, and Whitlock was like, let me show you how I'm gonna switch this conversation up and kick Stephen A. Smith back in.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of snakes because that'll happen, right?
This is true.
They will they'll line you up and say, hey, this is the opportunity. And I try to think about, I never try to go, if I don't rock with somebody, I'm not going to their friend space and hoping. Now, I've been invited to some podcasts to sit down and I'm like, I really don't rock with you. So my antennas are already up to be like, what can you do? Are you trying to come here to spin me? Are you trying to get me to look crazy? Are you trying to get me to say something disrespectful? And I have been invited on a podcast one time where I knew they was bringing me on. They wanted me to say something like wild so they could clip it right. Yeah. And I'd be the scapegoat for that. And I was willing to give it to them, pause, but nobody else was willing to like set it up. You got to throw the alley. Yeah. Norris Cole has to throw it up for LeBron to dunk it, right? This is true. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. Now, the problem is like, I'm with you. I don't think Cam did this in intention, but Cam, once you clip it, edit it, post it.
Now it's on you.
Now it's on you.
Because now it's intentional.
Yeah, because now it's like I gotta get paid off of this. I gotta get the clicks. Now I do want to know if Cam reached out to Stephen A. Smith and like, hey, you need to see this first.
That would be a good question, and I'm gonna say I doubt it.
Yeah,
but I will give Stephen A. Smith this. And y'all know I love to kick. Go check the reel. Y'all know I love to kick. Pinned. Y'all know I love to kick his back end. But to his credit, he said he get it and he understand it and he's not bothered by it.
Yeah, because he played that game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like part of podcasting is you got to say something controversial, right? Like, you don't get anywhere by playing the middle of the road in pod, right? It was something it took us a couple years to finally be like, you know what? We got to take a stance.
You got to do something.
Yeah, but because if not, you can't play the middle of the road. You got to say, like, if people disagree, it's good.
And shout out to that person who made a whole reel about if Eminem is the most overrated rapper of all time. I did not like it because I didn't want no smoke. But sometimes I go to our reel and just scroll and see what's related to it. I'm like, let's see what's going on there. All right, hold on. Let me break something down for y'all. Shout out,
bitch ass nigga. You don't want your wife ain't taking it. Blah, blah, blah. And so my wife, when we put clips up sometimes of our podcast, and
hold on, I'm letting y'all know this from Joe Budden podcast. I'm trying to figure out where this could be before I have to skip it or turn it off for you. But shout out to Marc Lamont Hill. I also meant to add to your profile, him and his wife don't share the same last name. Marc Lamont Hill, I love you. I think you are the greatest addition to a podcast show of all time. I've said that plenty of time. I don't have a problem with you. The only problem I think I ever have with only issue I ever have with Mark is when Ebony K. Williams said that BS on the griot and he came and defended her the next day. And I thought that was a great opportunity.
But that's what he think a feminist does.
Yeah, but yeah. And if you don't know, it's her bus driver comments. The next day he supported her and tried to make do. And then when she had to apologize for it years later because she realized it sounded crazy, then it was kind of like, Mark doesn't come out and say, hey, I was wrong too, which is my problem. That's the only issue I ever have with Mark, but it's super small. Everything else, I don't think Mark is a panderer. I know I'm in a minority of that. The reason why I don't think he's a panderer because I think he believes all the bullshit he says, whether I agree with it or not. I think he actually agrees with it. Now,
solid point.
What I did not play in this clip is that B-Dot has an issue with the word feminist. And B-Dot thing was, hey, I agree that the word feminist means, supporting women's rights and I'm going to find the definition to fully read it. B-Dot said, hey, I agree. Thank you. B-Dot said, I agree with that definition. He said, I just don't like men putting fem in their name when we could be called something else that is in support of feminists. You got it?
Feminist is a person who advocates for the social, political, legal, economic equality of the sexes, believing that all genders should have equal rights and opportunities.
Absolutely. Okay, so they read that to B-Dot. B-Dot said, I agree with that. I think it'd be hard pressed to find somebody to say, I do not agree with that definition. However, I understand where B-Dot was coming from, was like, hey, we should have another word. This is why. And this is why I think Mike has an issue with Mark, and I will let Mike state it with him, but I'm going to jump ahead because I kind of know where Mike might go with this. Mark likes to change the argument on you, and he'll take you down a different road, and that's how he beats you in arguments.
Yeah.
And I know that because I listen to 3 hours. I listen to 6 hours of this podcast every week, right? So Mark used the example. This is why I say we need to find out another word, because B-Dot said, hey, can we be allies or something else? And he said, why don't you call yourself a feminist? Mark goes, hey, that's like a white person. He said anti-racist. And then he further goes in the clip and says pro-black. Marc Lamont Hill, Dr. Marc Lamont Hill, knows good and well there's no white people that go around here saying I'm pro-black.
Not only that, he also understands that there is a huge difference between race and gender.
Absolutely.
Huge racist.
I'm going to let you live with that. I'm surprised nobody else said, hey, name the one white person you know who goes around and say, hey, I'm pro-black.
Dude, so this is what they do to Mark, and they gotta stop it. Right?
Okay, hold on. Before you are, let me get, and then here's the other thing. We bring up, and I think it's very important to bring up, that in the LGBTQ, there's a plus there. That plus is IA and maybe some other letters that I just haven't been educated on. That's the politically correct way of saying that. Yeah. That A stands for ally. Me as a person, I believe that LGBT people are part of that community should have equal rights to everybody else. As an ally, I understand that I don't get to go to their community and stand up and say, hey, as a straight black man, this is what y'all doing wrong. This is how y'all need to fix it. And this is what we gonna do. Yeah. They'll look at me, tell me to go sit my black ass in the corner, my straight black ass in the corner. Hey, no white person gets to say, hey, I'm pro-black. This is the problem in y'all community. This is how y'all fix it. This is what y'all gonna do.
Yeah, they've done that though.
They have.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And Marc knows that's the problem.
Yeah.
Marc understands that his straight black ass do not get to stand up at a feminist rally movement and say, hey, this is y'all problem. This is how y'all fix it. He knows good and well they would look at him and say, go sit your straight black ass down.
And that's my issue, because he would never do that there.
He wouldn't. And here's the other thing. This is why I don't call myself a feminist. I let the women have their own thing. Their own community that they run, that they fix, that they lift up, they tear down, they make statements with. This is for the ladies. They made this for them. Let them have their shit. I can sit in the corner and say, hey, when y'all need me, I'm here. Hey, I support you. I'm not going to stand in your way. If I don't think with that definition, I don't think women going to look at me and say, you know what, you're a feminist. You know what they're going to say? He'll support her, he'll ally. And that's my whole point with Marc, that they didn't even let him challenge him on. Ish agreed, Parks agreed. And shout out, Joe, you know, he do his corny shit where he cuts off the conversation, they go to something else. Because I think he knew, he's been hitting at this. There's future sponsors I want, and I ain't trying to lose them before I get them. But yeah, that was my whole take on it.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. I do not like Marc conflating gender and race, right? It's very, very dangerous. And Marc is too intelligent to not know this. Now, I get it. Marc does not have a doctorate in social sciences or psychology. His doctorate is in education. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but Marc understands this, right? And this is what B. Dot was saying, that he had the problem with the film, right?
Yes.
And look, I think words do have meaning, and we do have to acknowledge that the word feminist has changed in definition, right? We read a definition, right? But it's feminists change, right? Because this is to talk about the equality of women. And we know that sometimes feminists are very misandric, right? They are very, very anti-men. So the definition in itself has changed, right? But the biggest part is the last part, right? You know, scientists, sociologists, right? It's one who practice, one who believes in. So it's like, yes, a man can be a feminist if you understand the definition with the ist part, right? It's just saying that I am practicing a woman's worldview, right? So I get that. Now, I agree with B. Dot, right? You don't have to call yourself a feminist, right? You don't, right? That doesn't mean that you support, you know, or don't support, you know, whether you call yourself something or not, right? If anything, I think that a lot of men are, you know, a sort of abolitionist, right? Because, you know, abolitionist is more than just being abolishing slavery. It's abolishing anything that you see as detrimental, right? So if you want to, if you want to say you want to be pro-woman, right, and you say, well, I don't want to call myself a feminist, you could call yourself an abolitionist, because you could be saying, I do want to take down the patriarchy, right? Yeah. I want to take down the power structure that I feel that oppresses women. The problem that I have is when guys just throw out this term of a feminist. One, we've left out the whole history of feminism, which is why y'all know on this pod, I tell you, like, if you tell me you're a feminist, I'm like out of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you can't, right? Like you can't tell me like, yeah, I'm pro-slavery, but I'm pro-black, right? So it's the same thing when I hear someone say it's feminist, because I understand the history of that, right? He mentioned Susie B. Anthony. I was like, Mark's too smart for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, Susie B. Anthony is not an ally of black people. She never have been, especially black women. Google, matter of fact, if you listen to this right now, I tell you all the time, the grandmother or the founder, or what do we call it? Woman, godmother. Okay. The godmother of feminism is Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Go and look up, and like, she has like 2 papers that you can read. They're very, very easy to read. And go read what she says about black women and black men during this time frame, and why they are creating this ideal of feminism. Not gonna go into it today, but y'all gotta stop. Like, y'all gave Marc so many questions. And I know I said before, I was like, yo,
it was only 2 people. What 3?
Yeah,
Joe, Flip, and B. Dot.
And it was like, yo, ask Marc to explain himself, because when y'all give him an option to pick and choose, he just pivots the conversation.
Yeah, he picked his spots well.
Yeah, and he's good at it. He's really, I mean, this guy has been on MSNBC. This guy has been on Al Jazeera. You know, he debates a lot of the top minds of the world. Marc is not an idiot, which is why I can't let this slide when you try to talk about anti-blackness, right, and white people being pro-black.
Yeah, that blew my mind, but I knew. See, here's the thing. I don't ever want to put nobody down, because Flip is a millionaire. Joe is a millionaire. And we're going to get to this whole billionaire conversation right after this. Ish used to be a millionaire, according to him, right? So I know Parks got money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all this to say, I know that when there's a deep conversation, I know Flip ain't finna get in there. Unless it's street stuff, Flip is going to listen. He will ask questions, but it's too late in the game. By the time he gets his question, the conversation damn near dead and in the water, right? I knew Joe, by his laughs, was kind of just like, hey, this not expected. You know how we do pre-production. I mean, we're gonna take y'all to the fourth wall. So we have our board in here. We go through. Me and Mike kind of know like what we talked about. And previously, me and Mike will talk, since we talk damn near every day.
Yeah.
We kind of know what we're gonna talk about in each other's stance. And you can do that. So I think Joe looked at it and was like, hey, I don't know what y'all about to, I don't think this is the argument y'all about to have.
Yeah.
I think B-Dot is just caught off guard. Cause I think, let me put it like this too. As men, when we hang out, nobody raises their hand and go, hey, y'all, I just want y'all to know I'm a feminist. Ever. That's never happened to nobody. But you know what happens is, if one of us starts talking crazy about women, dudes will be like, you good? Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, nah, we like women over here.
Yeah. Like, why do you hate women? Like, that now, and so that's something that would happen. Yeah. That men would check other men and be like, what are you talking about? But nobody says, hey, I want y'all to know I'm a feminist.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's just like, it's expected from high level men.
Yeah.
So I guess when I heard it, I just knew that, hey, this ain't about to be a good conversation. But what blew my mind was that, almost like it blew my mind that when they were having conversations with Zaire, and the whole conversation came up with capitalism and socialism, Zaire, I don't know how the hell, and black people got to stop doing this. Selling drugs, using the term, hey, they were just surviving, that's why they were selling crack to their uncles, aunts, and neighbors. Hey, we can retire that. We don't never have to repeat that again.
Yeah.
And Zaire saying that, I'm glad Mark didn't just, Mark could have tore his ass up there, but he let it rock because he had a bigger conversation to have, right? And that was just disheartening having there. If you do not know, there's a 20-minute clip that happened on Patreon. Joe, we do notice as a community, you dropped that video after the Potter of the Month votes was tallied up, which I thought was interesting. But the conversation was about—
Who's Potter of the Month last month?
Parks.
Okay.
He tore B-Dot ass up like on three different podcasts. B-Dot was trying to explain to Parks how music is, and Parks, who's an engineer, producer, was kind of like, you don't want to have this conversation. But B-Dot was like, yo, I'm being a music critic for the last 20 years. I got insider, and Parks tore him up and it was over. That happened like 2 times. And then Parks' jokes is always it's funny, but Parks always get one out the whole year.
But that's funny because I mean B-Dot he is a hip hop journalist.
He is.
Yeah, he's an actual journalist.
Yeah, but when you're talking to an actual musician, it don't go right.
Yeah,
ever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using musician loosely with Parks. But there was a conversation because
Parks probably is a musician.
Probably so.
The white boys be doing everything.
Absolutely. I mean, DJ Premier was his wedding DJ.
Yeah.
That's how hip hop Parks is.
They be doing everything.
We're trying to figure out if Parks is a 5%er.
Parks, shut up.
Oh, you should hear him talk and what he listened to. He definitely only listened to 5%er rap, but it's you know. But if you know, you know. That's why it's a joke there.
Right,
why Mike is saying shut up. Parks white as hell. But so they're having this conversation. They're talking about Jay-Z, who's saying that he never had to step on nobody to be a billionaire, and talk about capitalism and taking advantage of people. And Mark has a very distinct issue with that conversation, which I am of the majority that says Mark whooped ass in that conversation. However, I understand 2 things can be true. You can disagree with Mark, say he's wrong, but you can also agree that he won that debate. Where you stand at on any of this?
Again, I think Mark. Hold on, let me find something real quick here.
Okay,
I'm trying to see when did they end estate tax.
Talking about New York?
No. So the inheritance tax. All right. Okay. So Mark is wrong in this. Okay.
What part?
One, misaligning socialist countries, right? Like this idea that socialism is better than capitalism.
Okay.
Because if you had to ask most people, like, give me the best socialist country, most people have no clue how to answer that, right? Most people do not know what a socialist. Most people think that Canada is a socialist country.
Yeah, they're gonna say Canada,
right? And it's like they're not, right? Most countries have mixed economies, right?
And I think he acknowledged that,
And it's like even we think of quote unquote the best, right? Because I mean, socialism is just healthcare. What is it? Healthcare, education, and so one more thing is included in socialism. I can't think of it right now. But like even a country like France, right, which is known socialist country, right? France exists because it exploits the Francophone nations, right? The African countries that were once French colonies. It may still be French colonies, hell. I don't know, right? like for real. Like, I mean, they still abuse these countries, man. Like Haiti, which was the first free country in the Caribbean, that fought off the right. Haiti whooped France ass so bad that France had to sell the Louisiana Purchase to the United States, right? But France also robbed Haiti blind. Like in order for Haiti to be free, they had to sign off like so much of their resources and so much of their capital, like every single year. And then, you know, the Spanish came in, was able to divide up Haiti, right? That's where the DR come from, right? DR Independence Day is not independence from Spain, it's actually independence from Haiti.
Yeah.
So Marc is telling the story in the sense of capitalism bad, right? And he tried to caveat it by saying, I'm not saying that profit is bad, right? And this is there's no pure capitalistic society. Right? Everything is crony capitalism. Look at our administration right now, right? They will tell you that this is capitalism. No, this is crony capitalism. But if you have to go through socialist nations, man, again, no one can really name. Like Scandinavia is actually socialist countries, right? If people want to know where the best socialist nations are, it would be like Norway, Sweden, Finland. Those are pure socialist countries where billionaires. Actually, to Marc's point, I don't think there is a billionaire. I think they just got their first billionaire like last year. So I say all that to say where I disagree is in capitalism, there's a motivation. Where in socialism or communism, you don't have that motivation, right? If we're going to get the same output, but I just got to trust since you know more, you're going to do more, that system doesn't work. And what I hated about this conversation is like that, you know, whether or not billionaires exploit, well, all of it is exploitation to a certain extent.
Yeah, but he said that.
Yeah.
He said that in the conversation. That's why I was asking you your thoughts on it, because I mean, he said that, hey, capitalism at its roots is supposed to be right. But when the people get in power and they do what they're supposed to do, it just goes.
Nobody's gonna do what they're supposed to do. Like
I think that's what he was trying to show them, that hey, y'all talking about capitalism in a fairy tale land, but in real world, when we look at it, this is how they do it.
But here's the thing: communism doesn't work, and it worked. And on paper, it's perfect. Socialism doesn't work, but on paper, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Even capitalism doesn't work on paper. It's perfect. The reason why all three of these don't work is for the exact same reason. It's greed. Right?
Absolutely. And I think that was his point. I think what everybody was missing, because I think what he was saying is, hey, the U.S. is capitalist, but they have socialist aspects.
Yeah, like, all of our corporations experience socialism. The people don't experience socialism. Like that's the problem in the United States.
And he was saying like, hey, that's kind of how it work.
Yeah.
He was like, I get it. I think they always hear, and I think a lot of people, mind you, I wasn't shocked by the conversation because I listened to this podcast 6 hours a week. And he said since he got there, I don't believe there should be billionaires. He's like, I just don't. And he, you know, he gave his reasons why, and not that I don't care.
I mean, anybody could argue against it. The reason why I would say they need to be billionaires because as economies grow, like the motivation changes, right? Now, should you have guys that are worth like $1 trillion in countries where people, you know, where let me just put it like this: if you're super rich in this country, you should pay super high taxes. And period, point blank. And they don't. Yeah. That's the problem.
And he brung that up to them.
And I'm not just tax the wealthy type guy. What I am is like, yo, you can't have people that could damn near become a fucking sovereignty.
Yeah.
Because they're so rich, right? Like if I am rich to the point where I can pay off the police chief, the DA, the governor, senator. If I am that rich where laws do not affect me, right? I could be too rich.
Yeah, Elon. And so I think I got what he was saying. For me, I was just like, I hate when, you know, you can't get emotional in these conversations, and he didn't. Let's get to how people win debates. Sometimes, and I think that's the thing, because I think there's a debate, a person on that show who could actually beat him in the debates. Yes, I think Ish could beat him in a debate. I think depending on where it goes, Joe can. I think where it goes, also Parks can.
But he stays, to Mark's credit, he stays out of conversations where the expert is talking.
That's a great person who debates.
Yeah.
That's his first thing he does.
Yeah.
He pivots.
Yeah.
One of the things is, hey, when I and I was actually listening to Shannon Sharp this morning. This is let y'all know I support Shannon, even though he do fuck shit. Shannon was saying, somebody asked Shannon what was the difference debating Skip versus Stephen A.
Yeah.
He basically said First Take is a show. Like, that ain't no debate show. He was like, but with Skip, it was a debate show. And he said both of us understood that to win a debate, the first thing you do, you come out, you list your strongest point that you have. Your strongest point. He was like, your job afterwards is you only mention points that make your argument better. Because if you mention points that makes the other person's argument better, you automatically lose. Like that's your goal. So when we're talking about capitalism and these niggas started talking about slavery, Mark knew he won the argument.
Yeah, or drugs.
And that was in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. And it's like, you've kind of laid it up for him.
Yeah, because now he don't even got to focus on
capitalism anymore, right? We don't have to talk about Scandinavian countries. We don't have to talk about mixed economy, countries, right? We don't have to talk about francophone. Now we can talk on why y'all niggas think it's cool to sell drugs in the hood and mention supply and demand.
Bro, I about threw my phone.
Yeah, why are we doing this? Why?
Yeah, and so I understand that with Mark. And then sometimes the number one thing you got to do is if I get my opponent emotional, then they gonna crash out.
Yeah.
And so it was a bunch of screaming and yelling, and then Mark knew he had it. And then also the richest person in the room is the most quiet. And you know why? Because he thinks that I can get to a half of a
I can get to $1 billion. I can bet you his head, and he don't want to be taxed.
He don't.
And I get it, right? Like, that's the problem with rich, which is why I was looking up inheritance tax, because I think they got rid of that during the original Bush administration.
Okay.
Inheritance tax used to be hell in this country, right?
Yeah.
Which means you can make all the money you can while you're alive. And then when you die, your estate get hammered.
And so I think Mandani, because they were just talking about that maybe a month ago, because Mandani is trying to bring it back in New York.
They need, the inheritance tax have to exist. I'm sorry, your shitty kids were not amazing. Yes. All right, they don't
sound like Mark.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. But again, the reason why I'm like, they should be billionaires is because sometimes that motivation is just the drive. Like, there's nothing to drive a super rich man except competition of me being richer than the next dude. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already rich. I already got the boat. I got the jet. I got the plane. I got the hose. What else I need? What else do I need? Right? So it's like, if you take away the motivation of acquiring. Like, you might not get the innovation that you want for the next chapter. Or another country might be say, well, y'all can come do it over here, which is what we did in the U.S.
Absolutely.
So I do believe that, yes, billionaires should exist, but I also believe that when a billionaire die, you hammer their fucking estate, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah, me too. And so it was just an interesting, I know y'all hear that. That's the ops running back up the street. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Gavin. My bad. It's in the middle of the episode. This is totally unexpected, but I gotta thank you for all the love and support that y'all have shown to the Black Dads Club. Be sure to check us out on Patreon, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. Who the hell is knocking at the door when I'm trying to do an ad? God dang it. Anyway, be sure to check us out. Show us some love. If you can, leave us a review so we can read it on air. Also, if you go to the Black Dads Club, .org and you scroll down, you can actually join the show. We're going to be doing call-ins, letting people submit questions. Please let me know if you got to stay anonymous, and I do my best. I ain't going to call you out, but we'd love for you to submit questions so we can answer them on air. Also, if you know somebody that wants to be a guest or can really benefit from this platform, please send them our way. We'll let her chat it up with them. Hey, thank y'all so much. All right, now I'm going to let y'all get back to the show. Now, who the hell up there? Hold on now. Let's get into some politics, man.
Let's do it.
I don't know. We're going to have a debate between Kamala and Gavin soon, man.
We should not. We should not.
And you're going to get Shapiro.
We should not.
Also, I thought y'all was talking about Ben Shapiro, and I was so confused.
Oh, no. We talked to the governor of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, when I tell you.
But they're cousins, I'm sure.
There's a joke there.
Yeah, there is.
I'm sure.
We can't make.
Absolutely. Ben Shapiro I have nothing bad to say about you. But if you go on my Old Principles Facebook page, you would click on your clips. You would see me in the comments saying how I felt about you. Absolutely. Why you say we shouldn't have a debate between those two?
Because Kamala shouldn't run. That ship has sailed. It's over. It is done. And here's the thing. Not only do I think it's done, I am almost certain that a Republican think tank dropped this and the Democrats' idiot asses ran with it. I'm almost certain that came from the ops.
You don't think she can beat J.D. Vance?
No, I don't think that anybody that's not a white male can defeat that side of the aisle. Like what part of 55% of women voted for Trump just doesn't register in people's head?
I don't think 55% of women will vote for J.D. Vance. I'm just giving y'all some.
They had a woman candidate and they were like, you know what? Let's go with the guy who said grab him by the pussy. Like, no, it doesn't.
That was a long time ago.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look, and I love Kamala as a person, right?
Okay.
As a human being, love her, right? Young Kamala, that Willie Richardson Kamala, I get it, Willie Richardson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know, so it's like, you know, AKAs was my thing in college stint one. So everything about Kamala, I love, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
her greens.
Light skin.
Greens.
She make the greens in the tub. I don't like that. But it's like, so it's like, as an individual, yes, right? But yo, you gotta win this fucking election, right? And Democrats gotta stop winning elections because Republicans lose them.
Okay.
This is getting out of hand. This is really getting out of hand.
Do you see a world or a path that she could win?
No.
I do.
How?
Well, so, hold on. I take that back. She will lose. The way you get the vote, do you hurt yourself with the black vote to get the Latino vote? That's what I would have to
They've already decided that they would do that and they're okay with that.
Oh no, I think they're gonna backtrack.
I think the Latinos coming back, but the messaging isn't running back to the Latinos though.
Well, here's the thing: if I'm Kamala, do I run on this that I'm not black? I'm being dead. I'm not even trying to sound crazy. I know that sounds crazy to somebody, but hey, she tried to run that I was black last time.
Here's the thing,
and it never divided black folks because we voted. Majority, I mean, what you talking about? 95% of us voted for her.
Yeah.
So it's not that. So, and I think you can afford to go from 95 to 87. Cool.
Bro, we just don't vote for Republicans. I don't even think black people vote for Democrats anymore.
But if you start appealing to everybody else that, hey, I'm a mixed bag, and I know that sounds fucked up, but whatever. But I'm for everybody. I'm colored. I'm being dead ass. I'm thinking that's the only way.
She can't win. She cannot win, man. She cannot.
And I ain't gonna tell you what somebody else told me how she ain't gonna win.
Yeah, she can't win. And like I said, the Latino vote or Hispanic vote, I really need y'all to divide this shit out. Latino just is up my crawl every time I have to say it. I ain't even gonna lie.
Or what you need to do is have a section for Latino and then have a section for Hispanic. Let them pick.
Man, I need
that'll tell you enough right there.
Yeah, I need Mexican American. I need all that. I need to know where you're from. Anyway, I really do. I really know where y'all from.
LA, man.
You are. I'm from South Carolina. I'm an Afro American. Okay, you need to have the same thing. You need to have the same thing on your. But here's the thing. I think Latinos are back because again, I think Republicans lost them. Right, right. The whole ICE thing. First off, I don't even. Why would Republicans do that? Like in retrospect. Like you just won because you got white women vote and Latino votes. Like that's why you won. Why would you run with? Why would you do anything that you're doing right now? Insane to me. But anyway, again, Democrats got to stop winning because Republicans are losing. But Kamala, I think that was dropped by the ops because I think they want to drive a wedge between her and Gavin Newsom to kind of split up that California vote because didn't California pass a law to redraw their House seats?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So I think so it's very, very astute by the Republicans. That did not come from Kamala's camp. That did not come from Gavin Newsom's camp. That didn't even come from the DNC. I'm telling y'all, that came from a Republican think tank to divide up the Democratic vote. With that said, I would love to see Kamala in this administration. I think she would make a hell of a fucking attorney general.
Okay.
And I really like when the Democrats win, assuming we have elections, because
assuming,
actually that case, no, birthright citizenship is coming up, but I want to say it's something else that's coming up with these moron mafia. And by the way, when I say moron mafia, I'm talking about the people. I'm not talking about the administration because I hear y'all niggas are canceling motherfuckers global entry.
Oh, that was crazy.
I did not need my global entry canceled because you think I'm anti-you. I am a patriot. I am pro-American. Y'all got to do your damn job.
We're gonna get you a hat next time. Next episode.
I'm not wearing a hat. I'm not on the team. I'm on Team America. Anyway, long story short,
y'all cross over too. By the way.
Oh yeah. But
Mike knows.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't even gonna get into that today. Will Kamala run? She will not run. I do think she's gonna be a part of the administration. I don't. And by the way, if y'all listen to the pod last summer, I told y'all that the Democrats should have ran Gavin Newsom. That's not because I love Gavin Newsom. It's because he is just as crazy as Trump, and you needed to fight crazy with crazy. Mm-hmm. In this upcoming election, the name that you're not seeing that you will see, this guy will win. Mark Kelly will be your 2028 nominee.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be your 2020.
Roy Cooper.
Roy has a shot. He's gonna win the Senate seat here in North Carolina. Assuming we have elections.
We will. He leading right now. Trump got his ballroom got a pause right quick. $400 million. It was $200 million last year. Now it's $400 million.
You know they say they're building like a data center or a bunker or something under there. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, insane behavior by them. I don't really have anything to add to that. Like, I mean, I think we all know that under the White House there's probably is some sort of bunker or something.
Absolutely, better be.
But if the world was actually falling apart and people was actually tossing missiles across the planet, the last place I want to be as the president is at the White House.
Facts.
I want to be in whatever bunker nobody knows exists.
In them little, when you scroll to the middle of the country, it's nothing but just green.
Yeah, wherever
brown.
That's where I would not want to be in the White House. So whatever he's building under there, I'm more of the camp. It's probably like some huge, whatever it is, it's a waste. Okay, let me just say that because there's no need to build a bunker there because that'd be the worst place for a bunker at the end of the world. There's no need for a data center to be there because what it would take to run a data center is the reason why the NSA has all these fucking mainframes, in Virginia. Like it requires so much power, energy, and space that there's nothing you can build. Whatever it is, it's their laundry money. Whatever it is, that's all I'm saying. Whatever it is.
Speaking about federal money is coming back.
Real.
Well, federal money ain't coming back, but a Supreme Court judge said that he was talking about. Who was it? What's my people that be talking all slow? NPR.
Yeah.
I think it was CNN. Like the federal money they get, they cutting that out. Well, he stopped it because Trump had cut off their federal money. It's not that they're getting it back, but they can apply for grants in the next go around. It's interesting and that's a win for media because
we need. I mean, I so wish. Let me say this. I don't say this enough, and I'm gonna start saying this. Right. This isn't. While this presidency, you can have whatever issue you have with this. Mm-hmm. This is the worst sitting Congress that we've ever had in this country, right? This is the worst sitting Congress, right? Any issue that we have in this country, I think sometimes we be like, oh, the president could do something, right? That's really not the president's job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The legislative branch, that's their job.
Yeah.
If the House and Senate, Congress wanted to pass a law today, right? If they wanted to pass a law literally today, they can call an emergency session. Read the fucking bill. They don't have to make it 600 pages, by the way.
Yeah.
They can make it 16 pages.
Yeah.
They could read it. They could vote on it. It would be passed. It would go to the president's office. Even if he said no, they could bring it back. 2/3 of the people can say yes, and it becomes law the same fucking day.
Yeah.
That's how fast things can move in this country.
But they won't.
But they don't do it. And what we got to start doing is, and I said this on the live last week. Because we were talking, and I actually went on Woke Podcast. Aaron that listens, appreciate you for listening, Aaron. And at the end of it, he was saying like, what could we do in the black community? I was like, it's two things that we can do in the black community that would literally change this country overnight.
Okay,
like two things.
Let me hear it.
Hey, by the way, they're free.
Okay,
they would cost you $0 and 0 cents, and if we did these two things, we could fix the whole country.
Let me hear.
All right, register to vote. Everybody that is eligible to register to vote should be registered to vote in the black community. Every single person. I believe you could actually go online right now and type your information in and it would register you.
Yeah.
Right? In most states.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right? It is free. We should be registered to vote. If you're an eligible black person, we should be 100% registered to vote. Like literally, why not? Why aren't we registered to fucking vote?
Yeah.
All right. If we are registered to vote at the highest levels, then the second thing we got to do, right, is just vote.
Yeah.
Right. Now this is a two-part of number one. Right.
Okay.
That's all we got to do. Right. I don't care how you vote. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you vote for Kamala. Right. If black people show up at the polls at the highest levels ever, it would overturn what people think about politics because black people aren't allowed to have anything.
Yeah.
So if we voted at those levels, guess what's going to happen? Everybody are going to vote at those levels. And we'll finally have a country that is ran the way that Americans believe the country should be ran versus special interests. All right.
Got you.
So that's the first thing, right? Second thing is just know how to wedlock babies. That's it. That's it. Two things fixes our whole community, right? Know how to wedlock babies. It's not as hard as everybody make it out to be. Women do not ovulate 28 days a month. It is not hard.
If they did.
If they did, we would be in trouble. I wouldn't be able to defend this because I'd be like, yo, women ovulate every day and we do too. So yes, babies can happen every day. But in this planet, especially with our audience, right? Like, everybody be like, well, sperm can live up to 7 days. Yeah, fresh sperm, like 17 years old, tip-top testosterone.
In the right temperature.
Right temperature, yes. Everybody else sperm, regular guys, people that drink, people that are overweight, your shit ain't lasting 7 days, bro. It's gonna be there 3-4 days max. All right. So it's two things we can fix, right? Register to vote and stop out of wedlock babies. If we do those two things, you 100% have a better country.
Absolutely. Chrissy, no, man. Hey, you made me go home and ask my wife what chat rooms she in and make sure she ain't got no kinks, no fetishes that I don't know about. I don't know the kink that I think I know what it is.
What?
If I found out my girl had a race kink, I'd be out of there.
Race kink would be disgusting.
Yeah, if my girl, like if I find that out, I don't think it's nothing else. Like she ain't no other kink. I mean, if she walked around with a strap on every day, I'd probably be like, that's weird.
I couldn't participate in that kink.
Yeah,
do you think Chrissy Noam knew her husband was a cross-dresser?
Yes.
I do too.
Where you gonna hide them big ass titties at in the house? What? As a person that loves titties,
how did this get out? I'm not kink shaming him, by the way. I'm laughing at your joke of where you gonna hide those big ass titties.
How did this all get out? Well, he was in these chat rooms.
Yeah.
He was in the fetish kink rooms. Here's my problem. Me and my wife had this conversation this morning. He wasn't hiding his identity. He's in there talking about his wife.
That's insane.
Bro, what are you doing?
That's insane.
If
he was too horny.
Too horny, man.
horny.
Yo, Gilly said that Wallow said ego has killed more black men than any other thing. All right. Horny then got men in more trouble than any other thing.
Yeah. Horny will get you there. And everything that they say about Christy, you could just Google it. She allegedly, she's pretty much of a freak too.
She a fun time.
So
I think your man got some kinks, but I think you probably thinking that your man wearing a shiesty mask in the chats, sending pictures. Bro, when they start asking you about private information, the blackmail only comes, but so it's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always look at it like this, like, yo, if I'm into some freak shit and my wife is the president of her company, something gotta change.
Yeah, I mean,
I gotta wear a mask.
Or you gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
Like you can't do the free stuff. Yeah, you gotta pay for it.
Well, they be backing out. Y'all see, man, they try to kick me out the room, man. There was a conversation yesterday about what the girlfriend experience should be like. And the escorts had a tough time with that. They think that men should pay extra.
These new escorts, different. They gotta understand.
They are different.
You're not supposed to actually like the guy.
They don't.
That's your job, right?
This group, they make it known that they don't like me.
Yeah, but it's like, you have to play that part though.
Facts.
And if you can't play that part, this is not the industry for you.
So absolutely. And one time they had a conversation last week before I get back to the girlfriend experience. And I said, I wrote in there, I'm so glad that y'all doing this so men can see this on public display. And I think the girl deleted the post. And it was just talking about like how they hate men, don't want men around them, how they get disgusted by men. I'm like,
but then they get mad when men be like, all right, well, I'm going to Thailand.
Yeah.
What women enjoy the girlfriend experience.
So this conversation was the girlfriend experience because apparently it's a service that you pay more for. And in this conversation, the providers, the sex workers was trying to explain that the GFE experience is simply hugging and cuddling. And men should pay more for that. And the men were in the comment, I had a ball. I can send it to whoever want to see it. I had a ball. The men were in there cussing them out. And men was basically letting them know, like, yo, we're not paying y'all extra to hug you.
Yeah, like, that is insane. Like, look, escorts, y'all got to up your customer service, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, for real. Like, this is 1 star, do not recommend at this point.
We can dive into it. We can talk about it. There's becoming more and more videos of former loose women.
Hoes, we call them hoes.
Yeah, former hoes. They joining the church.
Yeah.
I commend those ladies.
I don't have a problem with it, man. And I see a lot of I see a lot of guys getting upset because like women that were, promiscuous and hoes, they're going to church, they're getting saved, and then they're acting better, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess being that I grew up in the church, you know what I'm saying? I have seen I've seen religion change people's lives.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Now, and I've seen some people that can't get it right also.
Facts.
But for the people whose lives have changed, right? That's what it's there for. It's for the people whose lives have changed. And I commend anybody, to if you have a past and then you got away from it, and then you find a man or a woman that's strong enough to marry you in spite of that, I think that's sounds crazy. I think it's beautiful, right?
Absolutely.
And I think it's beautiful because it's not something that I don't know if I could do it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like but that's not me saying nobody should do it since I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's me recognizing that I might not be strong enough
to do it.
Yeah,
it just get weird when the dudes start, hey, we don't know that your girl used to be a hoe, but you want to tell us.
Yeah, now that Sheets, what is his name?
I don't fucking know.
But yeah, like that, like stop, yeah. As the guys though, like you run around to my girl used to be a hoe and now she's saved. Like, yeah, that's weird, bro.
Yeah, because it's like
I don't need to know that your girl's a hoe. And then like that, sometimes hoes get saved and then they be in church and they be saved and then they still be doing hoe stuff too. So that do happen. Like it goes down in the church also.
Shout out to Mimi. Hopefully you have DM Ben by now to figure out whatever we asked you to figure out in the beginning of the podcast. I already forgot.
And completely disconnect her name from the last statement.
Oh, facts. Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Shout out to Mimi. Hopefully you and Ben have wrote Lex P of Poor Minds and make sure we are on that podcast.
Is China White still safe?
Her name is not China White.
That's what I know about. That's what I know about. What is her name now though? She went back Angela.
Yeah, but we don't. I call her Black China. I'm not calling her. It's only one Angela White that I recognize.
Is Angela White still safe?
Angela, which one?
Black China.
I guess, man. Whatever, man.
See, and like I applaud that. Like I wasn't saying it to make a joke. I applaud that, right?
Absolutely.
But it's the Brittany Renters, right? That you jump to whatever religion to get whatever man. I think that deserves to be ridiculed.
Absolutely. Hey, Angela White, I love you. You know what I'm saying. The fact that you gave both of your baby daddies their kids and let them raise them, I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
Even though you try to up the child support, which was funny. But they ain't got nothing to do. That might all be fake because I know how the Kardashians give it up, right?
This is true.
We know how they give it up. Also, never mind. I ain't even trying to extend this podcast even longer. I was going to talk about Ray J in his conversation about Brandy and their conversation about what Mason Shine. Super weird on all parties involved.
I had that on the list, but then something else popped out about her and
dude from Boys to Men.
Yeah, what is it? YN? I don't know the name, so let me not mess it up. But the guy from Boys to Men, and I wanted to dig deeper into that to kind of get an understanding. I may or may not talk about this because like sometimes we don't give people all their credit, and then we bash one. But I was like, I forgot it. I would think that we would have known when this all occurred how old everybody was.
Yeah, I think when he said it, just because he's not super famous, because they pulling up his Breakfast Club interview when he talked about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he mentioned his age, and that might be why he didn't mention it, because allegedly she's 16 and he's 22.
Yeah.
And so that might be why he didn't mention it. But
Could be. Yeah.
But at that time, the problem that I always have with the older generation is, and I'm talking about the entertainment industry, they used to lie about everybody's ages so much that, hey, a dude might be 22 talking to a 16, 17-year-old, but we're going to say that he's 19 and she's 17 and everybody going to think it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, to this day, do we really know how old Beyonce is to this day?
Hell no.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that becomes part of the
industry. But it's easier now to figure out.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, because of social media now. But but I mean, 25 years ago we didn't have that.
Hell no.
So you didn't know, like, whatever they told us. Like, I mean, bro, I had no clue that Aaliyah was 14 years old.
Yeah.
On her greatest album.
Yeah, nobody did. It wasn't until after they was married that somebody was like, hold on.
Yeah. Like, I had no, like, you could not, like, that album to this day, like, I mean, didn't Timbaland produce that album?
Well, hold on. Which album you talking about?
4-page letter and...
Oh, I thought you talking about the first two that R. Kelly wrote. But you talking about her last one, the red one with Rock the Boat on?
No. Oh, she actually has a pretty good discography. I'm
forgetting. You got cut start.
How many albums she had? 3?
3. Yeah, she had the first two is with R. Kelly.
Yeah,
and
first
then the
two
last
is with
one
R. Kelly.
is the one she passed on.
So I'm talking. I think I'm talking about the second one. I think I'm talking about the second one.
Yeah, but she was young.
Yeah, she was young. Like I'm in high school and I'm thinking that this young lady's older than me.
Facts.
And she's my age.
She's your age. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't. To the whole Ray J point, because now all the stuff is coming out and this look like it's a little bit piling on Brandy, and I was like, let me get an understanding of what's going on here. Like, who did Brandy piss off for this to be happening?
Yeah,
like who did she piss off to get dog piled on and like what?
But it can't be nobody too powerful because it's Sean and Mace.
Yeah, why you throwing? why you throwing? So I don't know. I'm gonna dig into it. If it's worth talking about next week, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
I try to stay away from a moralist conversation in immoral places. Like, not gonna be a moralist about the entertainment industry, prostitution, murderers, drug dealing. These are not places where I'm gonna have moral conversations.
As a rule of thumb, to all men, if you get on a platform talking about who you dated and talked to 30 years ago, never is gonna come off.
I don't know why people do that.
Me either, because we don't know Sean for ever dating Brandy.
No, I completely forgot it happened.
Yeah, and Mace, we know you dated everybody because Mace was mad.
Yeah,
cool.
Mace was he was the top rapper for like a 2-year period.
Yeah, and he's cool, swagger, all that. Mace, your story don't include her either, so I don't get it.
Yeah,
and also, and this is hypocritical of me because I always stand on the side of like, hey, I believe people should speak out and talk about it. But if everybody in the black community has agreed that Brandy gets to have the polished Whitney Houston's goddaughter, clean ass image, so much so that she gets a TV show and lies about being married, so she don't have to be known as a woman who had her kid out of wedlock. If we have all agreed that we're gonna allow Brandy to keep this lie up, in 2026 ain't really the time to start exposing. Like, because as a black community, we agreed to let her get that shit off.
It's a solid point, man. It's a solid point. I can't disagree. If we've said that you could lie about being, a princess,
then we gotta. Why break it up now?
Yeah.
And Ray J, you gotta relax. But we accepted that Ray J is crazy, so it's kind of like that. So anyway,
but he's not like cool Kanye crazy though. He's like your weird uncle at Thanksgiving crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he told them niggas, I give you a venereal. You didn't hear that clip?
I don't want to hear that clip.
It's funny.
I'm mad that you said. Please don't.
Come on, let me give you just a piece.
Please don't.
Hold on, man, because he said something. Hold on.
I'm about to get you off top. Did Kanye drop a new album?
He did, and it's
I heard a song. I actually heard one song I actually like so far.
I'm gonna let Mike live. I will send it to anybody that DMs me for it. Bully did come out. I've accepted that Kanye has changed as music goes. It doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah.
Production is good. The rapping is very basic. Kanye makes stadium rap music now.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like I actually heard a song because I actually listened to new rap from Apple Music yesterday because I saw Prince was on there. Who's running Prince's estate?
They run into the ground.
There's no way in hell Prince would have ever allowed that to happen.
No.
But anyway, so I saw he had dropped his 1986 album, and then I was like new music. I went through rap, and I'm gonna say something. Rap isn't as bad as I thought it was. Once y'all got that drill shit out of here,
I love drill.
I hate drill. But I went and listened to I'm gonna throw a name in here. You can tell me if he's good or not because I listened to a couple of his songs. Key Glock.
Oh yeah, everybody like Key Glock.
I was like, this is smooth.
It has changed since. It has changed since. Damn, what's his cousin's name? Who died in Memphis? Damn.
Preach.
Yes. What's my man? Young Dolph.
Yeah.
That's his cousin.
Okay.
And so they sound just alike. If you
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
So he has changed. His music has changed since Young Dolph has has.
I like it, man. Key Glock, keep doing what you're doing, man. Ty Dolla $ign, just keep doing features, bro. Stop trying to make albums. I love you to death, though.
Just keep helping Leon Thomas. But yeah, the Kanye thing, you just got to accept he making stadium music now in a shorter. I do think it's funny. Two things I find funny. I do find it's funny he doing his 3 shows in London the same time that Jay-Z is doing his 3 shows in New York.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
I'm not going to say that he did it on purpose, but
he absolutely did it on purpose.
What I do agree happened on purpose is that Jay-Z GQ interview dropped the same day that J. Cole and Cameron interview dropped. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is known to do that. If you don't believe me, go look back at every time Nas has dropped something to see what Jay-Z has done that day. It's super interesting there. But yeah. And then J. Cole, I love you. J. Cole, I wish we could get the real J. Cole.
You know what? It's funny enough you say that. I was about to add, J. Cole is one of those people that we like him more when we don't hear from him.
Yeah, because we feel like we get nothing from you when we hear from you.
Yeah, like just keep being quiet.
Yeah,
and just drop music. You don't need to say anything.
Kendrick don't do interviews. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to do any interviews.
Drake don't do interviews.
Drake really doesn't do interviews.
Yeah, a lot of people don't do.
But you know what? Drake, that's another example, because I think that if Drake did interviews, I think we'd hate him.
Oh yeah, I mean every time he has done one, we've said this is stupid. Like it's like what? Like,
I think nah, just make music, man. Like you're an entertainer. Yeah, you're not an informer.
Some people do great interviews. Guess what? All of them now have podcasts because they were so great. Besides Joe Budden, like Nori, great interviewer. Cameron always does a great interview. Gilly the Kid has always done great interviews. So like when we see these people, like some of you guys don't have to do interviews. Duke lost.
That was amazing.
That was amazing to watch.
North Carolina team, 19-point leads are not safe.
Not safe. The UConn coach, he was out there having a ball.
You know what, man? If Dan Hurley was black, people would be outraged. He gets away with a lot of stuff.
So what are you mad that he did?
I'm not mad. It's just like, bro, you out of bounds. Like you can't be headbutting the ref.
Oh yeah, did he do that on purpose?
So the backstory is that evidently they know each other, which is even wilder considering what gambling is going on right now.
Yeah.
So now that it's kind of understood that these two guys know each other, it makes sense, right? It would be like if you was the ref, I was a coach, and then at the end of the game, like we get into it, but you don't take me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we know each other, so it seems like that is the case. But first off, why is a guy that knows him that well reffing his game?
Yeah, we gotta cut that.
Yeah, it's like that. So again, if Dan Hurley was a black coach,
excuse me,
y'all be losing y'all shit over his antics.
Yeah. What else we got there?
Jay Ivey waved. Hey man, I'm gonna be honest, y'all sometimes forget like who y'all bosses are.
Yeah, and look, man, somebody asked you like, is it fair foul? Look, yeah. If I'm sponsoring you and you out here wilding out, and here's the thing, this is what I always tell people.
The CEO of your company, you can't tell him that you don't like him.
That part, but then also like this is like a lot of times these individuals, these sports teams know more about people than we know.
Yeah.
And so when we see a person bounce around, not talking about him, or we see people bounce around, we like, dang, he got all the talent in the world. Why he can't stay there?
Cam Thomas. Yeah,
that part. You know what I'm saying?
A max contract player, and you might not have a job next year in the league.
Yeah, and it's like, what's going on? They know you got something deeper going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we always see it. OJ Mayo was a good example. We couldn't understand what the hell was going on with OJ Mayo, and he ended up being with drugs.
Yeah, so it was like, it's tough to know that these things go on. But bruh's on here, and then also I laugh. I forgot who was the entertainer, who was the person who was like, you said Steph Curry name, your career's never be the same. Hey man,
that was Nick Young, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it might have been Nick Young.
But Nick Young might be the most mean NBA player ever, man. The kid is funny.
He is hilarious.
He is factual.
See you in China, bruh. Or go down there and play for the Puerto Ricans. I don't know if they got a league.
Not a big league. He's gonna definitely have to go to China. Jaden Ivey, being as talented that he is, throwing his career away. I mean, I get it. He done made some money. Hopefully, he saved well, invested well,
and he gets the rest of his money.
Yeah, but bro, like to have that kind of talent. I mean, I think he's gonna be okay. I think his dad played in the league, so I think he comes from money to a certain extent. But
it's over,
bro. You there's no way in hell if we get a pod contract or distribution deal. Bro. There's no way in hell when I know the next distribution deal is going to be bigger that I'm fucking it up with anything. Like whatever it is that you tell me that will offend you, that you're not going to renew it, we're just not doing that.
Me and Mike will hire somebody who will come in and give us a list of things we cannot say, phrases we cannot say.
We will bleep shit out. Like, we'll redo tapes.
Facts.
Like, you know, like, not messing up the bag,
We'll
bro.
facts. We'll just bleep it all the way out. It'll be a whole bleep episode. The Michigan coach update, I mean, whatever. I mean, I think it's the same update.
Same update. Well, it looked like he was actually set up.
Yeah.
And actually innocent. Like, it seems like it seems that the information is coming out that the girl made it all up.
Yeah, and the police hid stuff.
Yeah, so, and they basically wanted to get him fired. But, you know, again, once you get over a certain income level, I think we've said on this pod all the time, just pay for it.
Yeah.
Pay for it. Just, you got to pay for it.
And paying for it is not giving your subordinate a raise.
No. Like, literally pay for it. Like, come up with a dollar amount. Like, hey, $1,500 anytime I come over, there we go.
DM me. I send you all the websites from Reddit that they have told me about.
Like, just
super simple for all parties
just pay
involved.
for it. Just pay for it. And pay cash, man. I still don't believe it. I can't believe y'all be paying with Cash App.
They
man.
want a federal card.
I can't believe y'all be.
What's wrong with a federal?
Can't believe y'all be Cash Apping and buy weed and paying for sex. That is insane to me.
When you go to the dispensary, sometimes they don't even let you use your card there.
Yeah, like, yo, do not Cash App your drug dealer.
Facts. There's this conversation that Underdog is having, Gil and Nick Young is having, of who you'd rather have, LaMelo or Giddey. Josh Giddey from Chicago.
Yeah,
Chicago.
So it's funny because at the beginning of the season, everybody wanted Giddey, and you know, have they came back and had this conversation since they had that conversation at the beginning of the year?
I don't think so.
LaMelo, hey, big up to the Charlotte Hornets. I hope y'all can get that 8 seed. I really, really hope y'all can get that 8 seed.
I don't want them to do the play in.
I don't want them to do the play in either. And I actually think they could beat Detroit. Because I mean, Detroit don't have Cade Cunningham.
Oh,
and they've played Detroit tough this year.
And shout out to Detroit. I watched y'all play SGA with the Thunder.
I really hope. Here's the thing. Look, invigorated LaMelo is one of the best basketball players.
That's the
there.
problem.
That's the problem with LaMelo. But here's the thing, though. Josh Giddey, y'all be giving Josh Giddey, like, y'all be glazing him. Because Josh Giddey has lots of dud games. Like, go look at his box scores and see how many times he done had like 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists.
So we gonna do the play in.
How many? Yeah, we got.
Everybody else is like eliminated. How many games is left for the Hornets? Let me look.
NBA standings. Let's check it out.
No, they 10, and everybody after them has been
Let's see here. 55-21. What is that? 76.
They're only 3 games behind.
76. So there's 6 games left. So there's 6.
So it gets interesting.
They got 6 games left.
You could beat the Suns, maybe the Pacers.
They're only a half game behind.
No, but I'm saying, all right. So I get what you're saying. Yeah. You could do that. I don't even want them in the play in.
No. I want to. So that's what I'm saying. They could get to the 8 seed where the Magic is. The Magic, they need the Magic and the Heat to keep losing. And I'm a Heat fan, but I don't want this team to go to the playoffs. I need something to move and shake in Miami. So I need the Heat to miss the playoffs. I'm a Heat fan.
You know 7 through 10 got to do the play in regardless. 7 through 10 got to play the play in. So right now, Charlotte will play Philly. Orlando will play.
Here, let's see here.
Yeah, so that's the problem. That's the problem right there. It's like you got to play. So it'll be interesting to see. Let me look down here. Okay, Houston about to be playing Minnesota in the playoffs. That's gonna be good. Hold on. 1-8, 2-7. Somebody's probably tuned out. Dang. Oh, if we get a Philly, bro, if we get a Houston and LA playoffs, make that the championship right there.
Hey, low key, the Lakers got a shot to get a championship. I know y'all hate LeBron.
They really do. Honestly, though, I think the Spurs going to win it. I think they're going to shock everybody and just let Wemby play.
So this is the thing. In order for the Lakers to win, I think they have to miss the Spurs, which means someone has to beat the Spurs. So the Spurs they'd have to choke. But if the Spurs choke, this is the Lakers West to win. Because the Nuggets really don't seem interested in basketball this year.
They don't.
Neither do the Timberwolves. Thunder's the Thunder, but I think the Lakers could get them if they were like.
I think the Lakers could definitely win, but I'm with you. The Lakers can win if they don't play the Spurs. I think whoever don't play the Spurs will win.
You need, like I said, you need the Spurs to get choked out.
Somewhere.
If the Spurs, if they choke, Yeah, LeBron might get his ring this year.
And then I got to have a real deep conversation. Well, if he wins, I don't think I still put him over Jordan, but I'm not. I don't argue it now.
Well, I mean, like I said, he's 1A, 1B. I mean, if you like Jordan, you like Jordan. If you like LeBron, you like LeBron.
And I guess the only reason why, because the best player on that team is Luka by far.
Yeah, Luka is actually looking really, really good this year. This is the best basketball I've ever seen Luka play.
LeBron is playing with probably a top 3 NBA player.
Yeah.
And I think that goes a long way, which is dope for him. And I'm happy for him.
Exactly. From being always having to be that guy to now I have that guy.
Yeah. And if you're doing that, LeBron might be a top 12 NBA player this year. And he may be top 10. I don't know before y'all DM me, Ryan. I don't know. I haven't done my top 10 of who currently plays. But I mean, after you get past that first 5 or 7, then the next 5 can be interchanged. And I think that's where LeBron falls in at. But right now, I don't know if LeBron better than KD. I know somebody look at it and say, hey.
I mean, he's probably top 15 in the league.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
I probably got him at 12.
Yeah, I think he's top. I mean, like this is it's a down year for him. I mean, the guy's also 100 years old.
He's 100 years old, averaging 20 something.
Yeah, like what is his stat? What is his stats? Like the guy's fucking.
Well, he about to go to. He about to be enlisted. The age got raised up. What's his stats?
Hey man, with that, and also, I mean, with that being said, Bronny's looking good in the G League. I mean, don't go get Pat Machong's record, but this is a good example of if Bronny was in college, bro, he would be a fucking stud.
Yeah,
like if he was in college, man, he would be a stud.
So LeBron is averaging 26 and 7. Also, MVP race. Last thing before we hop up out of here, I think the MVP race is going to be interesting. Because Cade Cunningham can't get it. Of course, Tatum got hurt. Joker, I think, has missed too many games. It's basically between SGA and Wemby. And that's only because of the games played.
Yeah, they're going to. Yeah.
So I don't know who they're going to give it to. SGA keep playing these long games. He ended up with 40 points and he doing whatever, but Wemby is doing his thing. It's going to be interesting. And if Wemby don't get it this year, they probably pretty much going to give it to him next year.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna get it, but it's probably gonna go to SGA.
Yeah,
you know, the NBA needs a guard that's a star. I mean, even though he's playing at Oklahoma City, everybody kind of knows who he is.
Yeah, he's the best player in the league.
Yeah, great. Great image. He foul baits too much. I hate that shit. I can't stand.
I was so glad when they were playing against Detroit and they called him for it.
Yeah,
it was a push shot and it was a great shot, and it was a little one, but it's like, hey, bro, we gave you enough. Oh, last thing. Drewski, hilarious. The first 10 seconds, the last 10 seconds, amazing. I don't know who you was trying to emulate. What? I know that who you pissed off.
Hey, no, I see. Somebody was like, "Oh, he showed his granddad." Somebody was like, "Oh, he was holding this one back."
Yeah,
just for today,
just for today. I thought that was funny. But
he was definitely emulating the chick from Florida.
Oh yeah,
and it's funny that everybody thought that he was emulating the other chick.
Well, he was doing both.
He did do both.
Yeah, he did do both.
I'm shooting him bail.
Yeah,
I'm shooting brother bail.
Shout out to Drewski, man. Keep making that money. Super amazing.
That shit probably at 200 million views.
Probably.
Now.
And it's funny.
I wonder what check he gotten off that.
I'm surprised Elon didn't accidentally delete it. I don't know how y'all rock with Elon and Trump and y'all don't make a call like, y'all need you to accidentally delete this.
I mean, because we still have to have some sort of. It had to look like it's fair in this world.
Yeah.
Has to look like it's fair. I mean, Drewski making money. I mean, he had Ruby Rose for a minute and she already said she ain't cheap.
Yeah, but y'all know what that was.
Did they go to school together?
Oh, I don't know. I've been watching, could have been, whatever that show Ryan had us watching when he have his Drewski dating show online. That shit is the funniest shit ever.
So
it's not a real dating show. It's like a comedy skit show of him dating people. It's funny.
Ruby Rose is a fine girl.
Too fine for me to afford. What you got her playing this weekend?
I can't really call it, man. I might go golfing this weekend, actually.
Wear the shirt.
Hey, man, I am, man. Did we find out? Did that guy say he can make them?
I gotta ask him, but I don't think we're gonna be able to make them on demand. I think that's the issue. I gotta.
He need them in bulk.
Yeah.
How many?
I don't know. I gotta. That's the number I gotta get from him. But I don't think it's gonna be like, no, hey, I got one order, make me one.
I mean, yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work like that. he make the company that you know that he worked for.
Yeah.
they gave him a check and it had a comma 3 digits before 3 digits out of it. So that's the type of money he making over there. So he don't care about this nigga pod. What you said about the people who's like they don't care about nigga TV, the nigga section of entertainment.
Nigga net.
Nigga net, yeah, I think he right there. But shout out to them. We gave him love on here before. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Well, Saturday is a full busy day. I will be running around. So if you see me out and about Saturday, come and say what's up. Y'all have fun on Easter or Resurrection Sunday.
Oh yeah, it's Easter this weekend.
It is, and the kids ain't got school. Probably
Friday, yeah. Hey man, everybody have a good Easter weekend, man.
Absolutely.
Go to church, put on your Sunday's best.
Absolutely. Wear them flamboyant as colors. I will.
Yeah, maybe I cook. I actually no, I'll probably go golfing because the golf course probably gonna be empty on Sunday.
Oh, facts. What?
That's probably exactly what I'm gonna do then.
But you know what? It's supposed to rain Sunday. So good luck. Pray that it don't rain. I don't need it to rain because I got to go to another Easter party. And shout out to all the black people that I know that I'm starting to be introduced to who got, some of y'all got some nice ass houses. Y'all parents got nice ass houses, making me realize that this podcast has to work very soon.
Got to get our money up, man. Got to get our money up. I need to buy my home and oh man, funny story. I probably should not tell this story because it's about my son.
Oh gosh.
Actually, end of the pod. Shout out to my dad's birthday. Was last week.
Shout out.
So actually, I talked to him this morning, and funny enough, and we're gonna get off here. I was asking him I was like, what are your grandparents' names? So I had asked because I know my grandparents' name, right?
Yeah.
So I asked my dad like, who are your grandparents? Like, where were they from? What's their name? Like, this is information that we need to start, taking down and understanding because, I was like, I'm myself getting old. So I was like, Dad, I know you're old.
Yeah.
So I was like, and he called me and we talked about it, like where his granddad was from, where his grandmother was from. I did the same thing with my mom. So I don't know. Maybe this Easter weekend, you're going to see a lot of your family. And all of us know our grandparents, but, and we know stories of our parents, grandparents, right?
Yeah.
Of our great grandparents. It's like, it might be a time if you don't know to just kind of, dive in and see like where your people are from and, things of that nature. Like, even like, we was talking about his grandparents and he was just like, no, like our hometown. He's like, no, like we're from here. He was like, we're literally from here. He was like, from the emancipation forward. And he was like, his grandfather's father was a freedman.
Yeah.
And he was like, and actually owned land where we were, but his wife was actually enslaved. But after emancipation, they got together and got married.
Yeah.
So like even that story, right? I can't find, who can I talk and ask? Well, how was he free? How long was he free? Right?
Yeah.
Why did that happen? I don't have anybody to really ask that from. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to, what it would take for me to find that out.
Yeah.
Versus.
It's my mom calling.
Versus, if my father would have asked his granddad that story.
Yeah.
And he'd be able to tell me, that would give more information. And he even said today, he was like, he was like, I'm glad that you did this because he was like, I wish I would have asked more questions from my grandparents.
Yeah.
So he was like,
absolutely. And it ain't like we having family reunions anymore. No. That's the sucky part. Hey, and I'm here to let y'all know the last thing. How
you can have a family reunion when you got 3 baby daddies? Like, where the kids going? Like, who are you bringing all the kids?
That is not why we don't have
3 baby mamas, right? Like, who you bring to the family reunion? Right?
Well, to be fair, we not having family reunions no more because our generations ain't planning them.
No, we're not.
And that's the sucky part. And sometimes the family reunion don't have to be, let's all go to Myrtle Beach. That's why all black family reunions happen in Charlotte. Everybody go to Myrtle Beach, right? Some of it might be, hey, maybe, and don't stop treating Thanksgiving as, this is our family reunion.
That's our family reunion.
It's not. You know what I'm saying?
And to be fair, while I am talking shit, I absolutely did not go to my last 2 family reunions.
Yeah, and we haven't had
I am part of the problem.
Yeah, well, for me, I remember I was like, dang, we don't have no family reunion. And then I think Karina had mentioned, she was like, yeah, you remember your dad always asked you to help plan it? And you was like, nah. And I'm like, damn, you got a point.
You are also part of the problem.
Absolutely. I know that, right? But some of us got to come together and say, hey, who's going to be and here's the other thing. You don't have to plan it yourself.
Yeah. Part
of planning is knowing, hey, this is what I'm good at. Who in our family is good at X, Y, and Z, and how do we come together, right? I remember back in the day, I went to my family and they didn't see the vision, but it's cool. They were older. But I was like, yo, we need a website. Yeah. Website's not expensive. You gonna take it out to dues. We do family reunions every other year. Hey, I need $500. That's gonna get the website until the next family reunion, right? And it'd be kept up, and you can see what's going on. So now when you go to another city, or maybe you need help, or you need some you know, it creates a network. So keep that in mind. So if you're good at planning, somebody else is good at tech, somebody else is good at making flyers, you got the person in your family who wants to start a t-shirt company. Let them design some shit. Like, think about that. And then, hey, it might be y'all just meet up at the park.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all get one of them grills and y'all do whatever. And that's how people come together. And then, you know, you plan it out. But yeah, please keep that in your mind because it's about to be summer. So hopefully my family have a family reunion soon. And hopefully I make it.
And you go.
Absolutely. And with that, we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holla at your boy.